Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 23rd day of January, which is the 25th day of Teves. Here we go. Today we're going to end our laws about milk and meat and the waiting in between them. Today's halacha is this. Let's say you have had meat and you're in the middle of the 6 hours waiting until you can have dairy. Here are some of the dairy things that you may not do during those 6 hours. If you have a sharp food like an onion, that's cut with a milchik knife. Again, a sharp food like an onion that's cut with a milchik knife. So you are not allowed to eat those slices during the 6 hours when you had meat. You're going to have to wait 6 hours until you have that onion, and that's because since it was cut with a milchik knife and it's a sharp food, we feel that some of the milchikness of that knife has gone into that onion, and it's a milchik onion now, and you can't eat it during those 6 hours after meat. Same thing would happen if a sharp food was cooked inside of a milchik pot. Same deal. You should not be eating that sharp food cooked in a milk pot during the 6 hours soon after you had meat. What about if you have a bite plate in your mouth and you had meat within 6 hours? Just wash out the bite plate and then you will be considered fine. I know this is an NCSY site and probably not a whole lot of people listening to the NCSY department have dentures, but the law for dentures is that you don't have to do any cleaning pretty much in between your milk and your meat meals. No koshering is needed because no yad soletispo food gets into your mouth. None of the food that's in your mouth is hot enough that your hand would have to jump away from it, and therefore dentures need no washing in between meat and milk. If now back to the younger crowd, if you have braces, then it is a good idea to brush your teeth at the end of the 6 hours after meat just to get out any meat residue from off of your braces. That's a good idea. I know you don't want to do it, but that would be the better idea when you had waited 6 hours after meat and now you want to go have dairy. Officially speaking, we're switching topics now. There is no wait necessary after eating dairy. I'm not talking about hard cheeses, but regular dairy foods. All you would need is rinse out your mouth and wash your hands of any residue, and then you can go directly from having eaten dairy on to eating meat. Some require a bracha achrona, one bracha after the dairy that you had eaten to signify that it's over, and then go over to your meat food. Some are lenient on that, on Shavuos only. Shavuos has some different customs because of the idea of eating milk and meat on the holiday of Shavuos. So some are lenient about that bracha necessity at the end of the dairy on the day of Shavuos. There is a quote from the Zohar, which some of you have not heard of, which is that you should wait 1 hour after eating dairy before eating meat. Some say it does not apply to milk, it only applies to when you eat solid dairy foods, and some say that the Zohar didn't really mean an hour, and you can only wait a half an hour after eating dairy, and some say that's a compromise, some say that's really what the Zohar meant anyway. It didn't mean a full hour, and some people don't even have the custom to follow this Zohar, and they just say you don't have to wait after dairy foods. If you don't have this custom in your family, you don't have to be strict or all religious and adopt this custom. It's just a custom for those who have the custom, and that would be to wait a half an hour or an hour, speak to your rabbi, after eating dairy before eating meat. But if you never heard of this custom and it doesn't apply to your family, you don't have to do it. It's just a custom that some were stringent about, but if it's not in your family, you don't have to be accepting this custom. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.